Crime Watch it is a program that is proudly brought to you by your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, in order to cement police public synergies in combating crime. We are bringing to you this week's episode from the Police General Headquarters, National Chaplains and Welfare, just adjacent to Mukushi Camp Depot, formerly Morris Depot, in Harare. Elliot Kudzai Ganyani is my name. It is always an extraordinary privilege to have you on board. Viewers may be preview with a story that we featured a fortnight ago, where police issued a joint statement with a local seed company on fraudsters who dupe unsuspecting farmers by selling them counterfeit or fake seeds. This past week, detectives from the Criminal Investigation Department Commercial Crimes Division busted a syndicate which was into producing and selling fake fertilizer in Harare.
We managed to break a syndicate which was manufacturing fake or counterfeit fertilizer. These criminals, just to mention the masterminds or the kingpins, Sean Jobet and Charles Bakumbeze, they were manufacturing or blending anti-granules, compound D from Windmill Company, Superfed D, and the cotton blend C fertilizer, which they were mixing together. After the blending, they would pack it into counterfeit packaging, which was inscribed Notch being a trademark for ETG company. And to this extent, they were also even supplying the market. When we arrested Sean Jobet and his accomplice, we also recovered the money amounting to 14,000 USD, which was stashed in his motor vehicle. From investigation, we discovered that he has since supplied several farmers with the counterfeit product. The implications of counterfeit fertilizer is that it does not meet the threshold which is required in terms of the standards, where the ingredients may be active or may be inadequate. It may also have the implication in destroying the food security of the country. We are also carrying out financial investigations to make sure that we recover all the financial benefits which is accrued. I also want to inform you that we have since recovered all the instrumentalities which were involved or which were being used by Sean Jobet in his accomplices at number 75 Tenwood Close in Harare. I also want to thank members of the public who are assisting us, Commercial Crimes Division, and the police or police institutions in supplying evidence or information which assist in the arrest of the perpetrators.
We now move on to Bulawayo, where 7 people have been apprehended for various offenses ranging from robbery, theft from car, unlawful entry into premises, and theft, among other cases.
We received a tip-off to the effect that 2 suspects that were loitering around in the CPD at some apartment along Jainkomo. We proceeded to that area and we intercepted these two suspects. Their responses were not so satisfactory. Suspects led us to the recovery of televisions, printers. The team also received another tip-off to the effect that there was a suspect that was selling a stolen cell phone. The suspect further implicated 5 other suspects, and the team went to Mbembezi and recovered various property that they'd stolen.
Children are a vulnerable group in the society, and if left unmonitored, they could be subjected to various forms of abuse. In view of this, Bantwana, a non-governmental organization, convened with the officers in charge stations and police officers from the victim-friendly unit in Bulawayo at a workshop aimed at sharing ideas on protecting children from all forms of abuse.
The more knowledge we get, the more effective we are, and it then goes into the community will benefit, because the whole purpose of this engagement has been the protection of the child. And we have gained a lot, and we make sure that we use it and to benefit our communities.
We are currently working with the Zimbabwe Republic Police victim-friendly unit, primarily also to strengthen response to cases of child sexual abuse. We have been working with the Zimbabwe Republic Police since 2020, strengthening also the systems, particularly as it relates to response to child abuse cases. Under our framework, which we are terming the results-based management framework, our whole aim is really to make sure that children are protected out there, If they are abused, they know where to report. Their cases are taken to court. They also receive the necessary support. Recently, we have just completed a round of trainings across the country with the Zimbabwe Republic Police Victim-Friendly Unit. Our message to the nation of Zimbabwe is that child abuse is a cancer that has gripped the country. So this can happen at the community, it can happen in the family, and data is actually showing us that most of the people who abuse children are people close to children. So we are saying all cases of child abuse should be reported to the police. We should work together with the government stakeholders. We should not try to solve child abuse cases in the community.
Police in Harare is appealing for information that may help in identifying a body of a male adult who died after being involved in a serious road traffic accident at corner Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa and Herbert Chitepo roads in Harare. The deceased has the following details. Approximately 31 years old, dark in complexion and approximately 1.68 meters tall. He was wearing a blue t-shirt and navy blue jean trousers and brown sandals. The body of the deceased is at Parerenyatwa Group of Hospitals, mortuary. The case is being investigated at Harare Traffic as culpable homicide. If you can help, please contact any nearest police station. Welcome back. We are now in the second segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for staying tuned. Following up on a disturbing trend of murder cases that have been happening around the country, mostly as a result of petty disputes or conflicts, 2 more people died in Murewa following an altercation that happened at a local bottle store.
2 men were murdered during a beer drink at Mverechena Business Center. We have since apprehended the accused person by the name Terence Janguma of Mungate village, Chinamora. Accused allegedly stabbed his victims with a broken beer bottle, leading to their deaths. This was after a dispute over a pet issue. He is currently remanded in custody, awaiting trial.
Detectives in Murewa also accounted for a serial robber who was targeting worshippers near mountains and other secluded places in Domboshawa, Mashonaland East Province.
Sometime in August and September 2022, we noted a surge in robbery cases which were happening in Domboshawa, Chinamora area, whereby a lone robber would take time to ambush church congregants who would have come to pray in the mountains during the night. He would ambush them with his machete, which looks like a sword, to instill fear in them. Mostly women and men were targeted, and he would steal cell phones and some other valuables before disappearing. After receiving these reports, we picked the information which led to the arrest of the accused person at his place of residence and recovered a small cell phone which belonged to one of the complainants. After accused arrest, he cleared 4 cases and has been taken to court, Rotten Romice Court, where he is remanded in custody.
Street lights are installed, among other reasons, to scare away criminals by providing lighting during the night. It is, however, disturbing that some people do not value the importance of these installations. In one such case, police in Murewa apprehended a lone thief who was into stealing solar batteries installed at street lights along roads in the business center.
CID Murewa investigated a case of theft of solar batteries which were installed along Madicheche Road. What this accused did was he would dig the batteries from underground, then from there he would sell them. Detectives from CID Murewa got information that the accused was busy extracting the batteries. Reacting to the information, the detectives apprehended the accused person. At the time of arrest, the accused was in possession of 6 stolen solar batteries, which we subsequently recovered. Then upon interview, he revealed that he had stolen 4 other batteries, which we also recovered from a nearby cabin along Madicheche Road. Accused was taken to court and he was convicted and sentenced to 36 months. We discourage members of the public from vandalizing public utilities and infrastructure, as we are the beneficiaries of this.
We now move on to the road safety topic with the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe.
In every driving situation, there are 6 conditions present that can cause one to be in an accident. And these include light, road, driver, vehicle, traffic, and the weather. Today we are focusing on the weather, especially the rains. When driving during the rainy season, the driver must be guided by the following guidelines. You must ensure that the tires, the wipers, and the brakes are in good condition. It is a good idea to get a set of new wiper blades at the start of each rainy season. The tires of your vehicle must have at least 1 to 3 millimeters of tread depth and should be inflated to the manufacturer recommended levels. Driving on tires that are over or under-inflated is dangerous, even on dry tarmac. Check the focus of your headlight beams and correct them if necessary. Ensure that your foot pedals are not slippery. It is a good idea to get new plastic or rubber mats too. Have the windshield washer fluid topped up at all times and clean all glasses thoroughly. Check the rubber beadings or weather strips on the doors. If they appear loose, tighten or change them. These rubber bindings stop water from seeping inside the door panels, which could cause an unreliable central locking system, short circuit, or a rust. Since you never know when and where you may end up stuck on the road, don't ever let your fuel go below quarter tank. Ensure that your vehicle has the following items: a reflective vest and a reflective triangle, a jack, a spanner, and a spare wheel, an umbrella, and a torch. This is the first of the rainy season driving tips. We'll be giving you more of these tips in our next episodes.
We're taking a short break. Join us in the third and final segment. Welcome back. We are now in the third and final segment of Crime Watch. This past week, we visited Chivu, where police conducted an anti-drug and substance abuse with other stakeholders. It is the fight against drug and substance abuse, a scourge, or rather a cancer that has wreaked havoc, culminating into more like a pandemic, mostly amongst the young ones. The Zimbabwe Republic Police is in overdrive, taking a leading role in campaigning against such practices. Now, Crime Watch caught up with one such campaign, which was conducted by ZRP Chivu District, in partnership, of course, with the Criminal Investigation Department, Drugs and Narcotics, as well as other stakeholders that include churches, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Social Welfare, as well as other such stakeholders in Chivu, high-density suburbs.
Tabatana neve machechi vemuno muchivu kuti tidzidzisane pamusoro pechirwere chabata nyika yedu yeZimbabwe, chirwere chedrug and substance abuse, kutorwa kwezvinodhaka. Zvinodhaka zviri kutorwa zvakasiyana siyana uye zvawanda. Zvinosanganisira mbanje. Mbanje inogona kuputwa yogobikiswa makeke avanodaidza kuti maganja cakes. Kwabva kwaitawo drug ranetsa ratiri kuti drug of concern at the moment, mutoriro. Kwabva kwaita cocaine. Cocaine haichaze mumatv chete, yazara irimo, vana vari kutora kunyanyanya kumapati. Kwaita heroin iriko zvakare. Kwabva kwaita matablets ari kunyanya kushandiswa pakuabuswa kunyanyanya kwevana vasikana. ma-tablets anonzi iwo ma-ecstasy tablets. Tichibva pama-drugs aya kune ma-skin lighteners, mango dzinotsvuka dzakura, ma-cough syrup, Broncle, Hystalix PP, Benylin with codeine. Asi isusu semapurisa eZimbabwe atisi mandated kuti detect crime chete. Tinotoitawo basa rekuchengetedza utano nemaproperties evanhu vanogara muno muZimbabwe.
I am greatly humbled and privileged to be here today, officiating at this important occasion, calling for a definitive end to the global menace of drug abuse and substance abuse. Singling out Chivu location community for the anti-drug awareness campaign is commended, given that we have had many victims of drug abuse here, perhaps more than anywhere else within Mashonaland East Province. Chivu shops and Garwe Stadium have also been lately identified as hotspots of bronchlia. Yatinotine vamwe ya brongo. Our gathering here today bears testimony to our collective commitment to seeing an end to drug abuse-related crime, violence, road carnage, sicknesses, and deaths. Hopes being shattered, families being torn apart, and you can name the rest, all because of drug abuse.
Tinofara neprogramu yataita nhasi ye-anti-drug abuse and substance abuse. Takabatana namapurisa takaona zvakakosha kuti tidzikisire nyaya yezvinodhaka munzvimbo medu, kunyanya isusu semachechi tinochiona madambudziko ayo kunyangwe nekumachechi, uyewo mapurisa anenge achisangana nazvo mucommunity yedu. Saka tikabatirana pamwe chete tinoona kuti nyaya iyoyo inogona kudzidziswa chaizvo.
The people who attended this very important campaign were privileged to hear from the horse's mouth some survivors of drug and substance abuse. Let us find out from one such survivor.
Ndakanga ndiri munhu aisvuta mbanje. Ndaiti kana ndasvuta mbanje handina munhu wandaiona kunge mukuru kwandiri, vese vanga vari vana vadiki. Madrugs aindishandisa. Ndakatongwa 5 years dzekunge ndiri mukati meusungwa. Pandakapinda mukati meusungwa hapana kana chandaiziva. Ndakazopepuka ndaimomo ndichizimboenda kuHarare kupsychiatric major street ambofunga kuti pamwe ndopenga. Ndokubva ndazosangana neverehab. Vakatanga kundirairidza vachitaura, vachindidzidzisa nzira dzeupenyu. Handina kana hama yekuti inganzi inganditarise pajeri nekuti mabasa andaibata anga asina kunaka. Ndakapedzisira ndadzidziswa nanambuya verehab. Vakandidzidzisa nzira dzekunamata ndodza ndakakwanisa kukasika kubata.
Indeed, a collective responsibility is key in order to end this cancer. Iweneni tinebasa. Police presence is vital at all entry and exit points along the country's border, as well as such points which are inland, in order to ensure the safety of all visitors at these points. Recently, we visited Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport Police Station and spoke to Inspector Pokoto on good driving conduct within and outside the airport.
Airport Road, also known as Joshua Ngomo Road, is a security road which is frequently used by VVIPs, foreigners and locals. Therefore, there is a need to tighten security. The public is being advised that no vehicle is allowed to park along Joshua Ngomo Road from Harare Drive to the airport. It is a no parking zone. From time to time, police officers will be patrolling along this road, arresting anyone found disregarding this directive. We also have reckless drivers who disregard road signs inside airport roads and parking bays. We wish to take this opportunity to remind such motorists to drive responsibly. We would like to promise all visitors, be they foreign nationals or Zimbabweans, that Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport is a safe and well-secured place. As law enforcers, we are there to protect the lives and the property of the people.
We now move on to people who are on the police wanted list. Sakuva Police is looking for Polite Zimunya 833 of house number 66 or Tias Sakuva Mutare for rape. Still with Sakuva Police at Tambudai Okai Basopo aged 52 of house number 320 NHB Sakuva Mutare is wanted in connection with kidnapping. Lastly, Victory Police in Matabeleland South Province is looking for Umile Mzilan Lovu aged 34 of house number 12 Irene Avenue, Kenilworth, Bulawayo for a robbery case. Should you have information that may help in locating any of these wanted people, please feel free to visit or contact any nearest police establishment. You can also contact us on any of the following details. Our national complaints desk number is 0242 703 631. You can visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw. Email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. We also have a Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe. You can also like us on our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. You can also link with us on our YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It really has been a pleasure having you along. Of course, we have been bringing to you this week's episode from the Police General Headquarters, National Chaplains and Welfare, just adjacent to Mukushi Camp Depot, formerly Morris Depot in Harare. From the crew behind the scenes, and I, Elliot Kudzai Ganyani, do take care of your loved ones and each other. See you next time.